Everyone trusts what they believe will give them life. By life, I mean satisfaction, significance, meaning. These things look different in everybody's lives. They can take all different shapes and sizes. To give some example of these things would be career, food, alcohol, drugs, respect, possessions, religion, Jesus, relationships, sex, school, self-image. All of these things we feed and fuel because they're part of our lives and we get enjoyment out of them. I'm going to give you a verse now from Jeremiah 2:13. It says, "My people have committed two sins. They have forsaken me, the spring of living water, and dug their own cisterns, broken cisterns that cannot hold water." I'm going to break this verse down a little bit more so we can understand it. Forsaken. We all know what forsaken means. It means to leave and abandon. That's what God is saying that his people did. Dug. We know what digging is. Shovel. Dirt. Cisterns is like a well. Only, unlike wells that naturally replenish themselves, cisterns are just holes in the ground. We fill them with water. You use the water, you got to fill it again. But these cisterns are broken. They can't hold water. That means as you put the water in, it continues to leak out. All of these things are broken. They can't hold water. We put our lives into all of these things, and they let us down. We're deceived by them. I'm not saying that all of these things are intrinsically bad. Quite the opposite. You should definitely work hard and take pride in your school and career. You should definitely buy things. Take pride in how you look. Just make sure it's not vanity. I'm not saying don't drink. I'm definitely not saying don't drink. But these things, if we fuel them in the wrong way and make that about what our life is, we're missing the point. All of these things lose water, except for one. The spring of living water, God, Jesus. It's the only thing that we are not relying on our own performance to fill up. A spring naturally has water. We don't have to keep filling it up with our own performance-based things like society tells us. I've got a video by Penn and Teller from the comedians in Las Vegas. And I can't show the whole thing because it's really long. But a quick background, he uses the word proselytize. This just means witness or evangelize. Quick background, up until now he's basically talking about after a show, this guy comes up to him and gives him a Bible.
And I wanted you to have this. I'm kind of proselytizing. And then he said, I'm a businessman. I'm sane, I'm not crazy. And he looked me right in the eye and did all of this. And it was really wonderful. I believe he knew that I was an atheist. But he was not defensive, and he looked me right in the eyes. And he was truly complimentary. It wasn't in any way, it didn't seem like empty flattery. He was really kind and nice and sane and looked me in the eyes and talked to me. And then gave me this Bible. And I've always said, you know, that I don't respect people who don't proselytize. I don't respect that at all. If you believe that there's a heaven and hell, and people could be going to hell, or not getting eternal life, or whatever, and you think that, well, it's not really worth telling them this because it would make it socially awkward. And atheists who think that people shouldn't proselytize, just leave me alone, keep your religion to yourself. How much do you have to hate somebody to not proselytize? How much do you have to hate somebody to believe that everlasting life is possible and not tell them that? I mean, if I believed, without a shadow of a doubt, that a truck was coming at you and you didn't believe it, and that truck was bearing down on you, there's a certain point where I tackle you. And this is more important than that. And I've always thought that, and I've written about that, I've thought of it conceptually. This guy was a really good guy. He was polite and honest and sane, and he cared enough about me to proselytize and give me a Bible, which had written in it a little note to me.
My background, my family taught me to believe in God, but nothing was ever forced on me. We didn't go to church for a long time, as far back as I can remember. I mean, I went through confirmation and was baptized, but I did not lead a even somewhat religious life. Quite the opposite. I indulged in all of these things a lot. But there got to be a point where I would go out and party and just hang out with my friends and do all the stupid stuff that we did, which was a lot of fun, don't get me wrong. But I kind of got to a point where I was sick of waking up in the morning and feeling like crap. And I was sick of waking up and just feeling empty. And that's when I kind of decided I need to give my relationship with God another try and take it seriously. And I felt fulfillment and peace that I didn't know was possible at that point in my life. And this was just confirmed through a lot of answered prayers and things like that. And that just brings me back to what Penn was saying. Like, if this is what I have found to be the truth in my life, and I know that it's true, how much would I have to hate somebody not to share that? Like, what kind of person would I be if I know that this is true and I'm just not going to tell people about it? If you want to talk more about it, talk to me after class or around campus, Facebook me or something. I'd like to talk about it more. Thank you.